Good morning.
This is Bradley University Graduate School. Again, we are here to talk about the challenges, the importance of how Bradley University supports international students. I'm here with Dr. Dean Bakken to answer some of your questions, to clarify your doubts, so that we could help you make your career better in Bradley University.
Absolutely.
Dr. Bakken, before we start, I would like to give an introduction about Bradley University to our viewers.
Well, Bradley University is a mid-sized private university. We are located about 3 hours south of Chicago, so very accessible for students. We have about 5,400 students, and of that, about 700 to 800 are graduate students. Some of the things that are very important to us: high academics. So our academic programs are outstanding. We have very good faculty from around the world. We value student research, so there are a lot of student research opportunities for students. We value internships, so there are a lot of internship opportunities for students, so students get real-world experiences with real companies. Job placement, our job placement rate is about 99% for graduate students. We value that as well. We also look at what students can do outside of academics. So we have a couple hundred student organizations that students can get involved with. So there are leisure activities. The graduate school provides opportunities for students specifically. So we have a trip that goes to Chicago. We have actually we support an Indian Student Association night with food and dance and music. We have a riverboat cruise. So we want you to have the best possible experience academically, as well as socially and behaviorally.
That's a wonderful introduction, Dr. Bakken. Thank you so much. I think directly reaching out to students and parents and telling them what happens in Bradley University is really important for them to choose their educational and career destination.
And another thing too is that we offer a lot of things that Division I research schools offer. So we have the research. We have a lot of our graduate students do publications, presentations around the world, but we have small class sizes, typically 15 students in a class, and faculty are accessible. So faculty teach all of our courses, and they get to know students, and you are not just a number in a classroom. You actually get to interact with other students as well as the professor, and that's what makes our student experiences so positive.
Thank you so much. To enhance some more activity, there is Muslim Student Association, there is Arab Engineering Associations. They do lots of activities and sponsoring. We just happened a Chinese cultural meet where 200 people attended the cultural night of Chinese students when they celebrated their Chinese New Year. I think it's a good institution for students to choose for the career destination. Going along with that, Dr. Bakken, you would agree with me, the current scenario is putting lots of pressure on students and parents choosing US as a destination. What is your feedback about that? Not only US, choosing Bradley as a destination.
Well, first of all, the US has some of the top institutions in the world. So you're going to get still going to get a lot of very good experiences. And you really don't need to worry about what's happening in our government. You are safe. You will be safe here. You will have opportunities to interact with people. Our campus values international students, and we look for students to help diversify our campus to it makes it better. So you will be bringing in your culture, you'll be bringing in your viewpoints, your thoughts, and you can interact with other students, and that helps us grow and develop. So you can learn our culture. You can learn things from our students, and it's what I call a transactional process. It's back and forth, as well as the professor. The professors will learn things from you, and you will learn a lot of things from the professor. As far as Bradley, Bradley is just a great place to come and study. Like I said, we're a mid-sized university, and we're about 84 square acres, so you can walk across campus in about 15 minutes from one tip to the other tip. So everything is very accessible for you. We have a lot of new buildings. We have our library's just been upgraded, a $2 million upgrade. We have a campus recreation center. We have a brand new education and health sciences building. We're working on building a new engineering and business building. So there are just a multitude of opportunities for you as a student at Bradley University.
So you said a very good point, Dr. Bakan. Don't worry about what government is doing because it's their work to help US citizens and people so that they're safe here. And not only that, international students who make US as a destination, they want to make sure that it's safe for them as well to reach here to study. And if you're worried, please reach out to us. We might be able to answer your question. Dr. Bakan emails all these students once they get admitted so that he can answer their question and he can clarify as well. There's a whole team to support when you reach here. Now the parents are worrying, oh, if I come to US, if I send my student in the current scenario, they're not going to get research opportunities. They're not going to get jobs. So what do you say about that?
Well, we have not changed what we do based on what our government is doing currently. Okay, so you are going to get the same educational experience that students before you got and students after you will get. Okay, so one of the things we value is research. So you're still going to be involved with, if you want to be, you can be involved with student research, with faculty, with other students. You will have the same opportunities. Our placement rate has continued to stay at around 99%. Our students are getting internship opportunities. That has not changed because the skill sets that we provide our students are so good that employers want to continue to have them as interns and have them as employees. Our curriculums are constantly changing. We're modifying. We have a lot of agreements and a lot of partnerships with businesses. So we are constantly upgrading and having state-of-the-art curriculum. So you will be very well prepared for internships and for jobs. And that has not changed. We are still running as an institution just like we were before the election, before the previous government. Nothing has changed. You will still get a top-notch education and a quality experience at Bradley University.
So if I listen to you, I should say, don't speculate or don't ask someone who don't have an information. Reach out to Bradley University, to me or to Dr. Bakan so that we could give you direct information, right information, I would say, which is accurate for you to make proper decisions to come to Bradley University and make yourself home here. And also now the question rises, because of these changes happening in the US government, do you think it will affect them to get a scholarship or assistantship?
No, that will have no impact. Again, no impact whatsoever. We have scholarships that all graduate students are eligible for. Assistantships, all students are eligible for those. Now, as a new student, it's very atypical to get an assistantship. But after your first semester, if you do well in your courses, if you work with professors and so on, you'll have a great opportunity to get an assistantship. So that will not change. We will still be looking at providing assistantships to the best students.
So now going back to the main point, how do we support the international student? You mentioned earlier. Can you give us an example like how we support in visa approval or housing or pickup, Dr. Bakan, because you have been here for 5 years and you have been seeing how we are helping students?
Well, when I first arrived, students used to complain that they didn't get help. So we listened to the students. We asked them for feedback every year, every semester. And now we try to make it as smooth as possible for students. So once you're admitted, we have information on visas, what you might be asked in regards to getting your visa. We do individual chats with students. We have a web page that supports students. When you travel, if you let us know when you're coming, we will have someone actually pick you up on campus. So for Bradley, you would fly typically into Chicago O'Hare Airport. And then as soon as you get outside the terminal, there's a bus that brings you right to our campus. And we have other students that will pick you up right on campus at our student center. Then they will help you find housing. So we help all of our students find housing. We have an international orientation for all of our students. And then for campus support, you have the graduate school. So one thing that's unique about our graduate school is that we help students from a student inquiry. So when a student asks about an academic program, all the way through graduation. Now, we do have other places on campus that can help you. We have a health center, we have a student affairs office, but if you have any questions whatsoever, our job is to support you. Whether it's an academic problem or an academic situation you're not sure of, if it's a health issue, maybe if you have to go home or something, we are here to consult with you, to give you the best information to help you make the most informed decision while you're here. We also help with, if you're traveling, we help with internships and applying for internships. We help with getting jobs. So we're kind of a one-stop shop for you to be successful on campus.
Oh, I think, Dr. Bakken, you forgot to mention, we do employment workshop, we do immigration workshop. I don't think Dr. Bakken forgot. He has long list to tell what are the things international students get supported here. It's a very long list, and it's personalized from faculty, from professional staff, from the Bradley University Police Department. It's a full support for the students. Because Dr. Bakken, if I give you an hour, you might give me a whole list, giving what are the things we have done for the international, how we support them. And one thing to remember, we have more than 400 students are in OPT now, having opportunities who graduated recently last 2 to 3 years. It's a great success for the students, how we support them to get opportunities, career opportunities.
Yeah, and we are constantly adding programs. So for example, 2 years ago, students were having problems in their courses with research and with papers and so forth in the library. Well, we started a library series that students can get involved with in regards to how do you find research, how do you cite research, what's the proper way to write, and so on. So as we learn that students are having difficulties, we provide continued supports for them to be successful.
I think that sums up what the students wants to hear. When the parents are thinking, oh, I don't have to worry, how about the safety in Bradley University?
I mean, I would say Bradley is very safe. Again, any campus, you probably shouldn't walk by yourself late at night. And that's just kind of a common sense thing. But because the campus is so small and compact, it's very accessible, it's very lit, so it's very safe. Our graduate students typically only live a block away from campus, so just across the street. We also have the Bradley Cruiser, and that's a van that you can call, and they will come and pick you up wherever you are on campus and take you right to your home. So it's a very safe environment, and we have built-in things to keep it safe. We also have, there are like emergency call centers on campus where if someone's scaring you or you're in distress, you can actually hit a button and the police will show up. So there are a lot of things to make it very safe for you. So you shouldn't be worried about the safety on our campus.
That's an excellent to know for the students, because we have the police department just inside the campus, and it's opposite. You have a huge police department which supports these students, not only international, all the domestic students. That's a great opportunity for students to come and mingle with them, talk to them, and also some of the students have worked in Cruiser as well, so that they can pick up the other students. So that gives them an overall opportunity for students to come and study in Bradley. But a couple of questions has been coming because students are going for visas now, Dr. Bakken. They're asking about, is Bradley accredited?
Oh, absolutely. We have many of our programs are accredited. So all of our teaching programs are accredited. Our business program is accredited. And only about 10% of programs in the world have the accreditation. Our engineering programs are accredited. So typically any program that has an accrediting agency, our programs are accredited by them. So they are held to very, very high standards by the accrediting body. And they look at the curriculum. They look at professors. Do they have the experience? Do they have the knowledge? They look at student experiences. They look at success rate, placement rates. So all of those are in most of our programs. So you can be well assured that if you come here, you're going to be in a top-notch program in the country.
I'm safe in Bradley University. I'm getting the accredited ranked university, if I say. And then how about faculty? Can I able to meet the faculty? Can I able to discuss with them one-to-one? Do you think it's difficult? Because Bradley is very huge university for research and education. How about that, Dr. Bakken?
The faculty are very accessible. One of their primary responsibilities is interacting with students, is teaching students. So unlike other universities that are very large, and professors actually tell students, don't come and talk to me, go talk to your GA or go talk to your TA, or I don't have time. Our institution is not like that. If you want to talk to a professor after class, typically they will talk with you. Almost every professor has office hours where you can go and talk to them. If you have an individual problem or an individual case that you want to talk about, you can set up an appointment. So our faculty, even though they're very busy, they're teaching courses, doing research on grant projects, they always have time for students and to work with students and to help students.
So do I still have time to ask students to apply to Bradley to the fall 2017 session?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. If you have not applied yet, you should consider applying to Bradley University. Yes, we are still taking applications, and we look forward to seeing your application in the future.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bakken, taking your time on a Monday morning. It's very, very useful, directly hearing from you, hearing from me. And now students and parents might take good decisions because they're making their career. Do you have any last words or advice for the students who are making US as a destination, especially Bradley University as a destination for their career?
Well, I think you just need to look, if you're going to come to the US, you need to make sure the campus is going to support your needs. So, a lot of students that we've talked to in the past, they want to go to a Big Ten school, or they want to go to, an Ivy League school or a very large school. And a lot of these schools have 50, 60, 70,000 students. I was talking with a parent, and their child got accepted to Ohio State University, and they were all excited. And after 3 weeks, the student hated it. He was very distraught. He was an international student. His classes had hundreds of students in them. He felt alone. He was struggling academically. And you really need to look at what's the best fit for you. In my opinion, Bradley is the best fit. Is we have the same, very similar programs as bigger schools, but on a smaller scale. And again, students are very important to us, and we look at giving them a successful academic and social and behavioral experience, and helping them get a job, help them be prepared for after college. We truly care about our students. And actually, one thing we didn't talk about is we have a Smith Career Center that helps students with internships and job placements. And something that I just learned this past year is that once you graduate from Bradley, you have a lifetime of using the Smith Career Center. So if they help you get a job, for some reason you get laid off your job or something happens, they'll help you find another job. It's not a one-shot deal. They will help you as long as you're a Bradley grad. They will help you for eternity, which a lot of places do not do that. So that shows how much we care about our students, and that shows how much, that's just one way that shows that we truly care about our students and their education and life after Bradley. So make sure you look at the institutions and don't just go by a name or go by a place. We've had many students, for example, transfer from the University of Illinois at Champaign and be very successful. We have one student who's doing an internship at Apple and doing extremely well. At University of Illinois Champaign, this person was struggling because of just the size of the courses, felt like they weren't a student. When they came here, they had more of a personalized, individualized educational experience. So if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, I think you should really consider Bradley University.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bakken. So this live presentation will be also available for you to listen here. I would say hearing from your students, our agency colleagues, it's really good. I would say talk to Education USA or US Embassy in your hometown. And probably when you have a doubt, a speculation and rumor can be challenged, we would say email us. We will directly reach out to you so that we can clarify your doubt and your parents' doubt, and so that we can help you to come to Bradley University and make sure that you have a long life and very good career because of the education provided by Bradley University.
And one thing that we didn't mention, I mean, there are just a lot of opportunities for students, but all admitted students get put into a Facebook page with other students who are admitted. And then we have current students that monitor those pages and answer questions. So you can ask questions, you can kind of get to know through the internet different students, kind of get maybe some of your anxieties answered, and we'll directly answer questions for you. So we try to support students in a multitude of ways, through email, through Facebook, through phone calls, through web chats, through a multitude of ways. So we want you to be successful. We want you to feel at ease about your choice. And please contact us if you have any questions whatsoever.
Now we open the floor for the question, and we got the first question. Are there on-campus jobs available, Dr. Park?
Yes, there are on-campus jobs available. We have jobs that are in recycling, a recycling center. We have jobs in food services, and then there are jobs in different offices on campus. But again, it's limited, it's competitive, but there are jobs on campus for students to work.
That's a great question. As Dr. Bakan said, we have custodial, we have library, we have recycling, we have tutoring. Some students tutor the other students. Lots of opportunities, but it's competitive. So you need to make sure that you have the skill set to go and help those faculty member or the department, so you get an on-campus job. I think, Dr. Bakan, that's one of the questions. We answered all the questions the students have. Thank you so much. And please feel free to email us or directly reach out to us. We'll respond back to you within 24 to 48 hours so that your doubt, your questions has been answered, and we'll help you, to make Bradley University as your choice of this university. Thank you.
Thank you.